Well, well, well. Look at you. Still breathing, still walking around with that unshakable energy that refuses to bow, refuses to tremble, refuses to dim just because another circle of jealous individuals tried a spell behind your back. They thought you wouldn't notice. They thought you'd collapse quietly, fade gradually, break slowly under the weight of spiritual sabotage mixed with envy, disguised as concern. They believed their ritual, their candles, their whispered intentions, their collective resentment would be enough to weaken you. But what they didn't know, what they couldn't have predicted, is that the universe had already positioned eyes far above their comprehension on you, eyes that watch the currents of energy people don't speak about, eyes that belong to individuals whose influence extends across continents, industries, and entire narratives. That's why, when they attempted to sabotage you, reality reacted, not with coincidence but with precision so sharp it sliced through their confidence and left them trembling in their own spiritual mess. They expected you to crumble quietly. Instead, they were the ones who shook when their phone lit up with a notification from a name they never thought would cross their screen. Elon Musk. The same Elon Musk who builds rockets, restructures entire industries, and disrupts global patterns with a single tweet. The same Elon Musk whose influence terrifies governments and excites geniuses. The same Elon Musk who lives at the intersection of innovation and unpredictability. Why him? Why now? Why did their phone, right after they tried to curse you, receive a message from a man they never met, never interacted with, never had any connection to, a man who should have zero reason to contact them? That's what broke their composure. Because the moment that notification appeared, the moment their heart froze and their energy dropped, they realized they crossed a line they shouldn't have touched. And whether they admit it or not, deep down they knew. When powerful people interfere, when the unexpected collides with the forbidden, someone far beyond their control is watching over you. But let's start from the beginning. They didn't go after you because you were weak. They went after you because everything about you exposed their weaknesses. You moved differently. You carried an energy that wasn't desperate for validation, wasn't starving for attention, wasn't begging to be included in spaces that were too small for your spirit. You had clarity, intuition, a sense of inner guidance that disturbed them. And when someone can't manipulate you, when they can't intimidate you, when they can't persuade you to shrink, or soften, or beg, they resort to attacks done in darkness. That's why they gathered, exchanging whispers behind closed doors, blending jealousy with intention, trying to form a collective curse disguised as protecting themselves from your energy. They didn't want protection. They wanted your downfall. They wanted your exhaustion. They wanted your spirit drained enough to stop rising. They wanted your path tangled, your confidence fractured, your momentum interrupted. They wanted to see you fold, not because you harmed them, but because you reminded them of everything they refused to evolve into. And when someone carries unresolved envy, your growth looks like an attack, so they attacked. Not physically, not openly, but spiritually, emotionally, energetically, hoping the unseen would break you. But here's the part that makes this moment poetic. They never expected their actions to have consequences outside the spiritual realm. They thought they were dealing with you, just you. A single person, someone they assumed was alone, unprotected, unaware. They didn't realize your energy is connected to people who don't even know your name personally, but can feel your vibration through the patterns you create. That's why when they cast that spell, The universe rerouted the consequence, not back to you, but straight on to them. Because the universe wasn't just protecting you, it was exposing them. They wanted to destabilize your path. Instead, their own path twisted, their device buzzed, and suddenly the name Elon Musk appeared on their screen, as if reality itself decided to intervene. They were confused, terrified. Their heart dropped into their stomach because they knew something was wrong. They opened the message with trembling fingers, and whatever was written inside wasn't even the point. The point was the timing, the intervention, the impossibility of it. Because whether it was automated, accidental, or intended, the timing made it prophetic. And when someone receives a message from a figure who represents global disruption right after they attempt to spiritually sabotage someone, panic becomes instinctive. They wondered if they were exposed. They wondered if someone powerful was watching them. They wondered if they triggered something beyond their understanding. Because Elon Musk isn't just a businessman. He's an unpredictable force. And receiving a message from him right after trying to curse someone, that's not coincidence. That's a message within a message. A cosmic alert disguised as a notification. A warning that says, you touched the wrong soul. And that's exactly what broke them. Because up until that moment, they thought they were the hunters. They thought they were the spiritual tacticians, the masterminds, the ones holding the energy advantage. But when their phone lit up, everything reversed. Suddenly they weren't the hunters. They were the ones being observed. They weren't the ones casting. They were the ones being exposed. Their ritual didn't just fail. It backfired. And here's the part they'll never confess. The moment they saw that name, they felt something crack inside them. Because some part of them, maybe the part that knows the universe always keeps score, understood this was a warning, a reminder that certain souls carry protection that doesn't make sense to the ordinary mind. Protection that arrives in ways that bypass logic and embarrass those who attempt to interfere. And you? You walked through that entire spiritual ambush untouched. Not because you're lucky, but because you're aligned with forces that respond faster than your enemies can scheme. That's why strange things happen around you. That's why people who try to harm you end up harming themselves. That's why those who attempt to manipulate your energy end up revealing their own shadow instead. And these people who tried to curse you, they underestimated the intelligence of the universe. They underestimated the way energy returns to sender. They underestimated the kind of protection you walk with. They underestimated the way reality bends around someone who carries a purpose that cannot be disrupted by envy, gossip, spells, or fake spiritual practitioners. So when that notification arrived, they panicked. Not because it was Elon Musk specifically, but because his name symbolized something they never expected. Surveillance, intelligence, unpredictability, disruption, power, exposure. And the moment they saw his name, they realized something that made their stomach twist. They are not operating in a realm where they understand the consequences of their actions anymore. And that's what terrifies them. Because now they're wondering if their names are being watched, if their energy has been marked, if their intentions have been exposed, if their attempt to curse you has put them on the radar of something bigger, sharper, louder than anything they've ever tried to control. They couldn't understand it. They couldn't rationalize it. Their mind spiraled, trying to piece together a reason. But deep down, they knew what it meant. The universe responded not softly, not subtly, but loudly enough to terrify them without lifting a finger. Meanwhile, you kept walking, You kept rising. You kept evolving. Because while they were panicking over a text message from one of the most powerful individuals on the planet, your energy was busy aligning with opportunities they can't block, blessings they can't touch, and protection they can't bypass. You were chosen for elevation. They were chosen to witness the consequences of messing with someone they never should have targeted. And the part that shakes them the hardest, this is only the beginning, because what's coming next will make them regret ever speaking your name in dark places. The notification was only a warning shot. The real unraveling hasn't even started yet, and deep inside, they can already feel the shift pressing against their chest, tightening their breath, scrambling their thoughts. Because once a force like Elon Musk brushes against their reality, in a moment tied to their malicious intent, the entire structure of their confidence starts collapsing from the inside out. They wanted control. They wanted influence. They wanted to manipulate the energy around your life, as if it responded to their whispered curses. But the moment they opened that message, a silent truth broke through them. Someone, somewhere, something far beyond their authority was monitoring the movement of their actions. They didn't know what the message meant. They didn't know why it came. But what terrified them was the timing. The message didn't arrive on a random Tuesday. It didn't arrive after a normal day. It arrived right after they tried to curse you, right after their intentions poisoned the air around your name, right after they poured bitterness into the unseen, with the belief that no one would notice. And suddenly, the one man who embodies unpredictability, power, influence, and global attention stepped into their timeline. Not physically, not personally, but symbolically enough to break their spiritual arrogance into pieces. They stared at their phone, heart pounding, mind racing, energy trembling. Because even though they tried to act unbothered, everything inside them whispered the same sentence. We messed with the wrong person. They weren't supposed to feel exposed. They weren't supposed to feel watched. But the universe has a habit of responding aggressively when someone targets a soul with protection, thicker than any ritual they could attempt. That's why the consequences didn't start with candles flickering or the air getting heavy. The first consequence came wrapped in digital form, delivered through a platform they thought was safe, piercing their comfort with a name that carries more weight than their entire spiritual attempt combined. They didn't believe in cosmic timing until cosmic timing showed up, with a profile picture and a verified check mark. They didn't believe in consequences until consequences buzzed in their hand. They didn't believe in your protection until your protection interrupted their day, with the presence of a man who moves markets, with a single sentence. And that's when the unraveling began. It didn't start with chaos. It started with quiet paranoia. They felt watched over their shoulder. They felt exposed when their phone vibrated. They rechecked their accounts, their messages, their emails, trying to understand if they slipped, if they left a trace, if someone reported them, if their intentions were visible to more than just the spiritual realm. The fear didn't come from Elon Musk as a person. It came from what his message represented. It represented unpredictability. It represented surveillance. It represented intervention. It represented that the person they targeted isn't someone living life at the level they assumed. It represented that the universe they underestimated isn't passive. It's reactive, immediate, and merciless when it comes to you. And that realization drilled straight into their spirit like a cold blade. Because once someone understands that attacking you triggers reactions from places beyond their comprehension, they start losing confidence in every dark intention that once made them feel powerful. They begin questioning who you really are. They begin wondering why someone as significant as Elon Musk appeared in the middle of their ritual fallout. They begin asking themselves if your energy is tied to something bigger than your physical presence, something that responds faster than their curses, something that sees deeper than their manipulations, something that protects you in ways they don't have the spiritual intelligence to grasp. And that's exactly why the unraveling is only beginning. Because once fear enters someone who operates in shadows, everything they built on ego starts collapsing. Their intuition becomes foggy. Their confidence becomes shaky. Their spiritual attempts bounce back harder. Their routines fall apart. Their relationships become strained. Their plans disintegrate. Their energy feels contaminated by their own intentions, like everything they used against you has begun rotting inside their own aura. And they don't know how to fix it, because they didn't expect consequences to come through a channel they respect more than their own rituals. They respect fame. They respect status. They respect digital authority. They respect people whose names carry gravity. So when a name like Elon Musk appears at the exact moment they tried to dismantle your path, the fear becomes real, physical, undeniable. Not spiritual, real. And fear with a physical grip doesn't fade easily. It lingers, it spreads, it grows. Every notification now startles them. Every vibration makes them jump. Every unexpected message feels like another omen. And the universe is only getting started with them, because now they're realizing something far more terrifying than the message itself. The problem isn't that Elon Musk contacted them. The problem is why it happened at that exact moment, why it intersected with their intent, why the timing was precise enough to feel like a response. They know energy doesn't lie. Timing doesn't lie. Consequences don't lie. And if this was only the warning shot, then the next is about to expose them in ways they never prepared for. Because the universe doesn't send warning shots unless something bigger is already on its way toward them. And the moment they felt that shift, they knew the ground beneath their intentions was no longer solid, no longer safe, no longer capable of holding the weight of what they summoned. They didn't just play with energy, they provoked it, twisted it, directed it toward someone whose path was reinforced by people who move in worlds they can't enter, whose minds operate on levels they can't comprehend, whose names carry more gravity than any ritual they could attempt. And now that fear is growing roots inside them, gripping their spine, reminding them that their attempt to curse you didn't just fail. It marked them. Because once the universe responds, it doesn't return to silence. It continues unraveling everything connected to the intention that was sent out. They feel it already. The imbalance, the heaviness, the strange coincidences that no longer feel like coincidences. Mentors turning distant opportunities, collapsing, plans falling apart with no logical explanation, their own intuition becoming hostile toward them, as if it's punishing them for misusing it. And the worst part is, they can't trace it back to anything, except that one moment, the moment they whispered your name into a ritual meant to harm you. That moment was the pivot point. The line crossed, the trigger pulled without understanding the target. Because they didn't target someone ordinary. They targeted someone connected, someone watched, someone whose path is intertwined with people who change industries, create movements, and alter the direction of collective thinking. That's why the message from Elon Musk created such an impact. It wasn't admiration. It wasn't support. It wasn't affection. It was interference. It was a sign that powerful timelines intersect with yours, and they should have never tried to interfere with a destiny that aligns with forces above them. They wanted to sabotage your path, not realizing your path has been woven into digital and spiritual currents that move faster than their intentions. That's why their energy feels unstable now. That's why they keep glancing over their shoulder. That's why they're afraid to touch their own phone. Because they're finally understanding the truth. Not every person can be spiritually targeted. Not every person can be manipulated from the shadows. And not every person is operating on a plane where envy can reach. You are protected by alignment, by purpose, by timing, by people who don't even know your full story, but sense your frequency in ways that matter. And the moment they tried to disrupt you, the universe used someone they fear, someone they recognize, someone they can't dismiss, Elon Musk, to remind them that your life isn't in their hands. Their hands were never big enough. That message wasn't random. That message was the universe saying, touch this soul again and watch your world collapse. They didn't need the message to say those words directly. The name alone delivered the warning. And now that the warning has settled into their subconscious, the consequences are unfolding like a ripple they can't outrun. Small things first. A missed opportunity here, a disagreement there, a misunderstanding that turns into conflict, a lie that gets exposed energy turning against them, their confidence weakening, their protection leaking, their intuition misfiring. Because that's how spiritual unraveling works. It starts with cracks and ends with collapse. And they're already in the crack stage. They feel it when they wake up. They feel it when they try to meditate. They feel it when they try to work. They feel it when they think about you. Their energy sinks. Their chest tightens. Their stomach twists. As if every part of them knows they awakened something that won't go back to sleep. They tried to use spiritual force against someone guarded by influence, by timing, by intelligence, and by unseen protection that reacts faster than their rituals. And what's coming next isn't revenge, it's correction. Because when a soul like yours is targeted, the universe doesn't respond with emotional tantrums. It responds with precision. It measures intentions. It evaluates alignment. It examines motives. And then it rearranges everything in the attacker's life to mirror the energy they tried to send toward you. They tried to confuse your path. Now their path is turning unfamiliar. They tried to taint your energy. Now their energy feels contaminated. They tried to disrupt your future. Now their future feels disconnected. And the panic they felt from that one message was only the first echo. The next echoes will be louder, closer, sharper. They will come in the form of sudden realizations, unexpected losses, unexplained setbacks, and truths they never wanted to face. Because the universe is not punishing them, it's teaching them to stop touching what isn't theirs, teaching them to stop invoking names they don't respect, teaching them to stop targeting souls protected by timing that transcends their intentions. And whether they admit it or not, they know this lesson is coming. It's written in the tension behind their eyes. It's written in the way they check their phone with caution. It's written in the way they hesitate before speaking your name. Now because deep down they understand something they never expected to learn. When you target someone whose path intersects with powerful people, the universe doesn't just defend them, it warns you first. Then it prepares the consequences, and the moment that truth settled into their bones, everything around them began to feel unstable, unpredictable, like the air itself had shifted its loyalty away from them. They thought they were orchestrating your downfall, thought they were clever, thought their ritual would weaken your spirit and disrupt your path. But instead, the universe exposed their intentions by using a man whose influence stretches from the digital world to space. A man whose messages ripple through global conversations within seconds. A man they never imagined would appear in their reality. That text from Elon Musk wasn't random. It was a fracture point, a crack in their confidence, a direct collision between the smallness of their intentions and the magnitude of the protection around you. Because the second they saw his name, they didn't think about algorithms or accidents or misdials. They thought about exposure. They thought about being watched. They thought about consequences coming from levels they can't explain or defend themselves against. They felt their heartbeat stumble, their breath tighten, their spirit recoil, because everything inside them screamed that what they tried to do to you had already been intercepted by forces far beyond their reach. And the universe didn't send the message to comfort you. It sent the message to terrify them. That was the warning. Now comes the correction. It starts slowly, almost invisibly. Their intuition dims, their confidence shakes, their rituals lose their potency, their connections weaken, their internal guidance stops responding to their calls. And they don't know why. They keep trying to regain the spiritual arrogance they had before targeting you. But it slips through their fingers like sand. Because when someone tries to curse a soul protected by higher timelines, their own spiritual access gets disrupted first. Then reality begins rearranging itself to reflect their intentions back at them. They may pretend nothing is wrong on the outside, but inside, they're shattering. Their dreams feel heavier. Their mornings feel colder. Their relationships feel tense. Their luck feels muted. Their aura feels contaminated with their own actions. And every time their phone vibrates, even with normal notifications, they tense up, expecting another sign, another interruption, another reminder that the universe is dismantling their attempts, piece by piece. And it will. Because trying to sabotage a soul whose destiny intersects with powerful minds is not a harmless mistake. It's a contract they signed without reading the consequences. And now they're realizing they touched someone whose journey is not only protected, but watched by realities they can't enter. You weren't meant to be harmed, you were meant to be elevated. And every attack aimed at you becomes fuel for the universe to accelerate your rise. That's why things are aligning faster for you now. That's why clarity is hitting you harder. That's why your mind feels sharper, your intuition stronger, your focus unshakable. Because when the universe witnesses someone trying to dim your path, it doesn't just shield you, it amplifies you. It pushes you into rooms you weren't planning to enter yet. It places your name in conversations you never expected to be part of. It connects you with energies, opportunities, and influences that make your enemies feel microscopic. They wanted to close doors for you, not realizing they shoved you into a timeline where doors don't need to open. You walk through walls. And the irony? They still don't understand who you are becoming. They think the warning was the final act, but it was only the beginning. The real consequences will unfold slowly, consistently, relentlessly. They will feel their intentions boomerang back. They will watch situations crumble in patterns identical to what they tried to inflict on you. They will experience confusion they cannot spiritually explain. And each time they attempt to ground themselves, they will remember that message, that name, that timing. They will remember the moment their heart dropped, the moment their breath caught, the moment they felt something watching them. Because that fear was not temporary. It was installation. It became part of their subconscious, shaping their reactions, altering their decisions, dragging their confidence down every time they attempt to operate in shadows again. And you will rise through all of this without lifting a single hand against them. Your rise will be the punishment. Your calm will be the correction. Your alignment will be the answer. Because the universe doesn't fight for you, it reveals you. And what's coming next isn't chaos. It's elevation so undeniable that even your enemies will be forced to acknowledge it, even if silently, even if through clenched teeth, even if through the unraveling of their own intentions. And the one thing they fear more than the consequences is the truth that's dawning on them now. You were never supposed to fall. You were supposed to rise so powerfully that the very people who tried to curse you end up becoming witnesses to their own spiritual collapse. And the universe is about to make sure they watch every second of it unfold. Because when someone crosses a boundary that was never meant to be touched, reality doesn't just respond. It rearranges, restructures, redefines everything connected to their intention, and now every step they take feels heavier. Every thought feels clouded. Every attempt to find balance feels like slipping on the very energy they tried to send toward you. They don't realize yet that the message from Elon Musk wasn't the climax. It was the first domino in a chain of consequences crafted precisely to dismantle the arrogance they carried when they spoke your name. In places they had no authority to invoke it. They wanted to play with spiritual weapons, not knowing those weapons would turn on them the moment they aimed them at someone aligned with forces beyond their comprehension. And now the unraveling they hoped would touch you is circling them like a slow, tightening coil of reality folding in on their choices. They try to regain control, try to ground themselves, try to pretend nothing is happening. But the truth keeps crawling back into their mind, reminding them that they provoked something far larger than their intentions. Every time they close their eyes, they see that message. Every time they try to meditate, they feel watched. Every time they attempt to project strength, it crumbles beneath the weight of their own fear. Because the universe didn't choose a random sign. It chose a figure who represents disruption, unpredictability, brilliance, influence, and global attention. A man whose presence alone makes the world pause. A man they never expected to encounter, especially not in the aftermath of a ritual meant to harm someone protected. And the fear they felt from that single notification wasn't a mistake. It was calibration. The universe calibrated the exact symbol that would pierce their confidence, and it worked, because now their guilt is louder than their intuition. They try to shake it off, but it clings to them. They try to deny it, but it whispers back. They try to forget it, but the memory keeps resurfacing at the worst times, reminding them that they stepped into territory that carries consequences they are not built to survive. Meanwhile, your life is accelerating. Ideas are flowing. Opportunities are appearing. People of influence are noticing your energy, your presence, your potential, without you forcing anything. You're aligning with frequencies they cannot reach, entering spaces they cannot access. rising through layers they will never understand. And the more you rise, the more their fear grows. Because they know they tried to sabotage someone whose path is expanding faster than their negativity can travel. They know they attempted to curse someone whose future is now being pulled forward by forces more powerful than any ritual, any jealousy, any whisper spoken against your name. And that terrifies them more than any consequence, because now they're realizing your life is moving into a lane where people like Elon Musk noticing you, intentionally or unintentionally, isn't impossible. It's inevitable. They're realizing you're not small, not ordinary, not reachable by their petty envy. You're rising into circles where their existence becomes irrelevant, where their attempts to stop you become laughable, where their rituals become background noise, drowned out by the magnitude of your evolution. They thought you were isolated, alone, unguarded. They didn't see the invisible network forming around you, the unseen protection, the alignment with minds and forces far beyond their reach. They misread you. They misjudged you. They underestimated the depth of your energy. And now they're paying for it. Not because you retaliated, but because the universe decided to reveal the truth about who really holds power. And the truth is simple. They never had power over you. They only had illusions. Illusions of control, illusions of influence, illusions of spiritual authority. Illusions that shattered the moment their phone lit up with a message that reminded them they are not operating at the level they believed. And the most devastating part for them, they can't tell anyone. They can't explain what happened. They can't confess that they tried to curse you and ended up being spiritually exposed by a text message from one of the most influential people alive. They can't admit that they messed with someone who shouldn't have been touched, so they carry the panic alone. They carry the guilt alone. They carry the consequences alone. Their energy will keep unraveling quietly, day by day, while your energy keeps expanding effortlessly, day by day. Because the universe is making the difference unmistakable. It's making the lesson unforgettable. It's making the correction irreversible. They wanted you blocked, but now they're the ones trapped. They wanted you weakened, but now they're the ones crumbling. They wanted you confused, but now they're the ones spiraling. And as their path tightens and yours widens, they will think back to that moment, the notification, the timing, the fear, and they will understand something they will never dare say out loud. You were protected by something they should have never challenged. You were surrounded by forces they can't interpret. You were elevated by currents they cannot access. And the universe didn't just defend you, it demonstrated you. And now, the consequences have begun their final phase. The phase where your rise becomes undeniable and their regret becomes permanent.